So I wanted to go over a little bit kind of how to work Jigsaw. So you should have your office right here, and you want to use the same office every week, because if you create a new one, it's going to make a new link, and then your kids won't know where to go, and you'll have to send them a new link every week. So I made one office, and I just leave it, and you can, if you go to like create session, if you look at like my session, I have it, let me see, actually, let's just go to manage sessions. And then if I were to edit my session, you can see that I have mine lasting until July 2019. And I usually make it for like a year. So like I had it to July 2018, and then I went and redid it for 2019, and then I'll probably do it again, re-up it for 2020. But that makes sure the link to your session is exactly the same. This link here is the same all the time. So like when you're creating weekly emails or whatever, and you want to have like a link to your Jigsaw session, you've got that same session link every week, kind of like the top session. So then when you go to your session, I just have mine called Office eCrodle, and this is, you know, total. I haven't had a lot of kids attend, but you can see, you know, some of the sessions I've been to have a lot more. So if you go to join session, it should open. There we go. When I enable Adobe, I have to click it again, or enable Flash. So here we are. Here's my session. So if I want to make something big and I want to make sure everyone else sees it, I'm going to use this little person, and that's going to be follow me. Okay, so that would be now it's big for everyone. Okay, if I want to make it big just for me, I'll use like this little square, and then it'll be big to me, but when my students see it or in the recording, it's going to show up really tiny. So I like using the big the follow me all the time, because that makes that lets me know that it's, you know, everyone's seeing it the same. Any attachments I have are right here. When I have videos, I like to put them right here. And if I want to do something now, screen share, honestly, I haven't had a lot of luck with it. With Jigsaw, the recordings sometimes don't show up quite right. So what I do is I'll pre-record some sort of walkthrough, like this one.
So what I wanted to do for you guys is
and I'll just pre-record the walkthrough, and then I'll play it for my students. And when I do that, I'm gonna turn off my push to talk so there's no feedback. So if I wanted to start a recording, I would hit record right here, and I'm just gonna call it practice, and then I always put the date. That way I know, you know, what date it was, and I usually say whatever the topic is. So if we're doing biomes, I'll write biomes or whatever. Okay, and you can see here, there's some numbers. It's not actually going to be recording until it says record like that. Okay, now if I want to push to talk, I'm going to click this little microphone, and I'm going to turn on push to talk. And what I like to do is turn on push to talk for all. Otherwise, sometimes I hear the students like in their kitchens or whatever, and it's kind of weird. So now if I want to talk on here, I'll push to talk, and now I'm talking, and they'll hear me talking on the recording. And then I just turn off push to talk if I'm playing a video. If I want to show a document, I don't really like putting PowerPoints. I found that actually putting a PDF of a PowerPoint and uploading it as a document actually works a little better on the editing end. And so I'll put, you know, I'll put the big follow me so the kids see it. And then if I want to annotate, I'll click that little pencil, and then I'll click the pencil, and then, you know, I can pick what color or whatever, and I can, you know, circle stuff for my students or write on it. And so, and then I just, you know, whatever I have for my students, I have there. You can also, you know, put images in your whiteboard. I don't have a lot of images in my whiteboard, but you can. I usually like to keep just a few pages on my whiteboard. One of the things I've noticed is it likes to go like all the way huge, and then I have to bring it back down. And again, you can pick whatever color you want and all that sort of stuff with all this here. You can screen share, like I said. I particularly, it's not my favorite. And then you'll have to click off the annotations if you want to get out of that document. So I had to unclick that right there. And then you can screen share if you want, but like I said, I don't really love it. And so I don't do it very often. So you can share your desktop. Okay, so now supposedly the students are seeing my desktop. Like I said, sometimes it works, or it works during the session, and then the recording shows like a black screen. So I'm not super thrilled with it. So I just, in order to avoid any issues, I just pre-record whatever I want to screen share there. And then, that's kind of how I do my session. You can put notes here, surveys, things like that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in Jigsaw U. This is kind of one of the things I'm working on this semester, is adding videos of music and stuff to play at the very beginning of my class. So anyway, it's just a quick rundown on how I like to do, how I use Jigsaw. If you have more questions, please ask, and I can just, record another video or whatever. We can talk about